What's going on, everybody? This is Zero. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoy it. And in this video, I'm going to be reading the backstory to Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes. You ready? For us, there is no victory. That's what Snake said. There lived a man who was a legend among mercenaries. A man who put together a formidable unit of soldiers of fortune, long before the advent of private military companies that dared to call itself a nation. This loud-ass music! A man who, with his nation, his back, made an enemy of modern capitalist society in the world. This is his story. Yo, that music is loud as shit. I can't even hear myself. Okay, we are not mercenaries, we are a foreign legion. Metal Gear Solid, MSF's a business, a new kind of business, Miller. Known by codenames such as Snake and later Big Boss, he proved himself as an agent of U.S. Special Forces Unit Fox, but is certain the ways in the military, and he is said to have roamed the world's war zones as a gun for hire. In 1974, Snake and his partner Kazura Miller were running a small mercenary outfit in Colombia when they were visited by a man claiming to be a professor from Costa Rica's University for Peace. According to his professor, there has been several incidents involving a mysterious armed group in Costa Rica, a country without a military of its own. The professor was accompanied by one of his students, a girl named Paz, who had been abducted and assaulted by this group. The professor and Paz offered to hire Snake to drive a group out of Costa Rica. However, Snake saw through their deception in an instant. Page 3. My name is Paz, and I will do anything to protect my namesake. The professor was actually a KGB agent, an armed group in question back to the CIA. The Cold War was no stranger to such overseas clandestine operations between U.S. and Soviet agents, but the CIA's motives were a mystery. Paz had escaped one of the CIA's group facilities with a cassette tape. On it was the voice of a woman known as the Mother of Special Forces, the Boss. With a popular song from 1973 playing in the background, it was reasonable to conclude that the recording was made recently. Snake was stunned. The Boss was supposed to be dead. What was she doing in Costa Rica? I'll do it for the girl, for Paz, Snake. The Boss was Snake's mentor, and the only woman whoever he loved. But 10 years prior, Snake was forced to take the Boss's life as part of a mission. A bitter memory still haunted him, despite realizing that she simply could not have survived. Snake was unable to turn the professor down, telling himself he was intervening as a deterrent for the defenseless country, as well as to honor the virtues of Paz's name, Peace. Snake departed from Costa Rica for Costa Rica. Once there, he ran into the unit of the Sandinista National Liberation Front that had fled Nicaragua. After rising up against the pro-American Somoza regime, these rebels had become targets for the CIA group, who killed their commandant and left the unit in shambles. Page 5. Everyone treats me like a child. I couldn't say it anymore. Chinko. Snake rescued the Sandinistas and invited them back to the mother base. The new offshore base with operations provided them by the KGB. The fallen commandante's children, Amanda and Chinko, saw something of their hero Che Guevara and Snake, and grew to idolize him. This triggered a rapid extension to Snake's forces. However, he was still no longer to discovering what the CIA was really up to in Costa Rica. Page 6. I believe in peace through nuclear deterrence. Huey. Snake then encountered Huey, a wheelchair-bound scientist being forced to work for the CIA. Huey revealed the CIA's terrifying plot. They were developing a system by which, following radar detection of an enemy nuclear launch, an AI would analyze all available data and automatically execute a retaliatory nuclear strike at appropriate targets. Although designed to increase the power of nuclear deterrence, Coleman, the CIA's Central American Station Chief, planned to actually launch a nuke to demonstrate the effectiveness of automatic retaliation. demonstration was only 5 days away. Snake rushed to the development lab to stop their AI from being completed. Page 7. You left everything behind. Your country, your identity, your past, and ideals. But there's still one thing you haven't let go of. Miller. Upon infiltrating the lab, Snake was greeted by the voice of a tape, and that same voice of his lost mentor. But this was in fact the voice of the retaliatory systems AI. Its developer, Dr. Strangelove, had selected the boss, the so-called greatest soldier who ever lived, as the AI's intellectual model. However, scumbag, the personal succumbing to personal obsession, Strangelove had deviated from the research's original purpose. Not only had she reproduced the boss's voice, she was in the verge of bringing her psyche back to life in AI form, driven by the bizarre kind of love. What if the boss could truly be revived in every detail, if only in AI form? Question mark. Snake hesitated by Strangelove's idea. Touched by his sense of loss, his guard down, Snake was immediately captured. The boss AI was completed, and Peace Walker, the nuclear-equipped walking battle tank housing this retaliatory AI system, went active. Page 8. I was made to fight. I am the gun. I am a gun. Snake. Snake fought in vain as Peace Walker prepared to fight the nuke. To fire the nuke, but in face of catastrophe, it was ultimately a machine that saved mankind from nuclear annihilation. The boss AI sank Peace Walker to the bottom of Lake Nicaragua, stopping the launch. With the crisis behind him, Snake took advantage of his recent mobilization to continue Mother Base's expansion indefinitely. Snake understood that the AI had acted to save the world, but did not change the fact that this system, based on the boss's mind, had chosen to lay down his weapon. As a weapon himself, Snake felt the act to be a rejection of his life. Undeterred, Snake and Miller invited Doctors Huey and Strangelove to Mother Base to develop Metal Gear Zeke, to a bipedal weapon that they eventually equipped with a nuclear warhead, suddenly making their unit of nuclear power. Page 9. This place will no longer be my heaven. Paz. Meanwhile, Mother Base took in Paz, already an orphan, now left without even her KGB benefactor following the end of the crisis. However, this was all engineered by intelligence agency known as Cypher. Under Cypher's orders, Paz got close to Amanda, Chico, and all the others while exploring more and more of the base, secretly plotting to hijack Zeke. Her objective was to use the weapon as a bargaining chip to force Snake into becoming a military arm for Cypher. Paz's attempt failed when Snake defeated Zeke, and she was thrown beneath the waters of the Caribbean. It was only then that Snake learned Chico had fallen in love with her. A diary she kept while the base, discovered several days later. It revealed a young girl torn between serving Cypher and following her heart. This is Chico. Cypher's holding me on the U.S. military base in Cuba. Chico. Perhaps due to Paz revealing the existence of Snake's nuke to Cypher, the National Atomic Energy Agency contacted Mother Base to request that it agree on nuclear inspection. If word got out that Snake's unit had a nuclear weapon, it would be faced severe criticism around the world. But Huey, acting as his own, informed the IAEA that Mother Base would allow the inspection. His reasoning was that as long as they kept Zeke and its nuke hidden from the inspectors, they could demonstrate to the international community that they were not a threat. The option to call off the inspection having expired, Snake and his men reluctantly got preparations underway. Meanwhile, Amanda, deployed to Cuba to assist the Sandinistas, learned that Paz had survived. The timing could not have been worse. Suspecting her turning her back on the organization, Cypher had captured Paz and was interrogating her at the U.S. military base on southern tip of Cuba. Chico learned of this that set out the Paz by himself. It was not long before the radio message from Chico reached Mother Base saying he too had been captured. Page 11, the last page. I know it hurts now, but it will all be over soon. Paz. With an idea to Cypher's true identity, Snake could not allow the Chico and Paz knew to fall into their hands. Furthermore, if he could rescue Paz, he might be able to get information of her that could help him fight back against Cypher. On the eve of nuclear inspection, Snake made the decision to leave for Cuba. And that's the end of the backstory to Metal Gear Solid 5, Ground Zeroes, or The Phantom Pain, whichever one. And I had to speak so fucking loud, because that loud ass music. See, I wish in the options menu there was something like audio, you can turn it down so I can read it. But I had to be like super loud so I can actually be like heard, is that loud ass music. But that's the end of the backstory, so thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, so like always, stay healthy, stay sexy, and I will see you guys in my next video, which I hope will be the start of Ground Zeroes.